This video is on my Salsa Blackborow. This was a custom build that I had done over in St. Croix Falls at Cyclovac C, done by Frank Lundeen. He spec'd out pretty much everything on this bike. I originally had it built up as a 5-inch fat bike. I had the rims, which were clown shoes, still have them. I had the Bud and Lou tires and a couple other miscellaneous parts. I knew I wanted to use Jones bars. I knew I wanted the rigid fork rather than the suspension fork that came on the front of it. But the only way to actually make this bike the way I wanted it was to build it from the ground up. So we got the frame set. He spec'd out the hubs, which are Salsa hubs. He spec'd out the seat post. I had the brown Brooks B17 added on later, which I really like the looks of, and I have brown bar tape on here, which he did a fantastic job of doing the bar tape on the Jones bars. As you can see with the Jones bars, you have plenty of different hand positions. This is more of your trail hand position up here. You can have easy access to the shifters in your brakes. This is typically like riding in the hoods on these Jones bars. That's what I like to do most of the time. If you want to sit up and kind of stretch your back a little bit, you can come here, and then this is your arrow hand position. After a few seasons on this bike, I actually traded another bike to get this wheel set built up. And this is a set of rabbit holes. They're actually the same color. It's a bronze color from Surly that they made. So I have two wheel sets, same color, but different widths. So these are the Surly Nard 3.0s on rabbit hole rims. Doing this to a Blackborow turns it into a completely different bike. So essentially I have a 5-inch fat bike, which is good for sand and snow, and a 29 plus bike, which is great for bike packing. Unless you want to cover, 100 miles in a day or something like that, this is more of a shorter range bike, like 40-50 mile days. If you want to go to covering more mileage in a day on gravel, I'd go for my Fargo. And if it's going to be more of a long distance road ride day, I go with my Sequoia. I have the SRAM 1x11 GX drivetrain on it, and I have that set up on both of the wheels. So all I have to do is, take the wheel set out and put the other wheel set in, and it's ready to go. It's a great bike, great platform for doing all kinds of different things. Like I use it for my mountain bike. I use it for a bike packing bike. I use it as a fat bike in the winter. I've used it as a commuter back and forth to work. It doesn't have any mud flaps on it right now or mud guards, fenders on it, but I do have a set of fenders that I do use on it. It's just some plastic snap-on fenders, which makes it really nice because if it's slushy out, you can slap them on. If it's not slushy, you can take them off because they look kind of dorky. But it's the one that kind of goes on this bottom right down here, and it just kind of straps on with some rubber bungees. So, and then last year I added on the alternator rack from Salsa. It's a good sturdy rack. I have some panniers that I put on there, and those go on there really nice, and they strap down real good. The way I have it set up now, it's more suited for the bike packing and the fat biking that it was really intended for when I bought it. So for right now, I'm just gonna sign off for GravelBike Pirate Garage.